Alright guys, so we're back again the next day for another video. I never showed you the subframe when it was finished painting. It got left out in the rain, so it got completely ruined. And I had to completely redo it, but it doesn't matter. It's just a fucking spray paint job. So now today we're going to do the diff. I think we're going to put the subframe back in the car. And then also I went to order through ResuMotorSports, the people that I always order all my parts through, all the rear control arms, and they're not in stock. Well, the tow rods were in stock, but the traction rods and the camber arms weren't in stock. So I said, fuck it, I just won't order those, so I'm not gonna get them for 3 weeks. And I went ahead and ordered the Nismo power brace. I think I'm gonna order the Sicky sway bar and get everything together on the front end besides the angle kit. And then I'm gonna go ahead and order the angle kit, the lower control arms, tension rods, and all that. Then the front end will be solid. Then I guess we'll do the rear. But today we're gonna paint the diff, get it drained out, make sure the welds and everything, nothing's cracked in there. And that should be the plan. We might paint the underneath of the 240 because it's not staying primer. But yeah, let's get started. All right, so it's hard to see, I think, on the camera. Let me see if I can focus. Damn, yeah, you guys can't see it at all. It actually looks really good. But I like left it out in the rain and it caused the paint to like crack like crazy or like shrivel up or something. And I think that's causing it to crack really easy because that was just leaned up against the part of the Miata and it just chipped. So I think I'm just gonna leave it like that because honestly it's not as important to me as the front subframe. But yeah, so let's get the diff out. Actually, the spray paint I got for the diff, I wanted to do the diff itself matte black and then I was just gonna clean. Yeah, I was gonna do the diff itself matte black and then the cover silver, but the cover's already aluminum, so I can get it pretty clean. So I picked up some clear that can withstand heat, and then I found this weird color. I don't know if I'm actually going to use it or not. I just thought it was cool. So I got that. I'm going to try to fix it with sandpaper real quick. I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to. Let me see. Let me fold this. I think I'm going to do the whole like part that you see under the car and then just leave the top alone and just get all that clean and repaint it. I like the details, and this is going to bother me for the rest of this build if I don't fix it, so. Alright, so the subframe is painted. It's not sparkled down yet. It's just kind of drying. It still looks like shit, honestly, but whatever, ain't nothing I can do about it. The metal on that was already bad. It's pretty much, the metal on the subframe was like the diff. Like a lot of the paint was missing, so couldn't really do anything about that. So I'm gonna do the same thing with the diff now. Alright, so we just painted it. I still don't know how I feel about the silver, but I got to get the diff cover off, and there's still a bunch of fluid in there, so I'm just going to suck it out with the shop vac instead of trying to dump it out and get it on the paint. So I'm going to take the cover off because it's got to be painted anyways. So we got all the bolts off. Now the cover should come off kind of easy. Oh my gosh! Alright, we need a flathead. We got one right here. Holy shit. There we go. That bitch is on there. There we go. RTV gang. I've never seen this welded diff. Oh, look at that. That's fucking terrible. That's alright. She held up. Damn, gear oil stinks. How much is in there? Alright, that's not going to be that bad to get out. So we're going to get all the gear oil out of there, clean the diff cover up, and I don't think I'm going to actually paint the diff cover. I'm just going to let it be the alloy, and then we'll go from there. We're just trying to clean it out at least a little bit. That gear oil is like in there. I'm going to wire wheel the edge to get it clean, but I'd like the inside of the cover to be clean as well. But yeah, I'll show you how the subframe and diff turned out. The diff, I have mixed feelings. I don't know. I'm going to really make up my mind when the diff's back in the subframe and in the car. But as you can see, I put a lot of sparkles on there because just to cover up the black paint because it was kind of messed up. But it turned out good. Just got to clear coat it and that'll be it for that. Just gonna clean this up, then we're gonna put the diff back together. Not even gonna RTV it right now because I'll just pull it back out just to see what it looks like, and then we'll put it back in the car. All right, guys, so I'm sorry, but I just wasn't feeling the silver. I gotta do another coat. I actually really like the flat black. When it's fully dry, that's what it's gonna look like. I think it looks great without a clear or anything. And then I went ahead and painted the bolts. The subframe's completely dry, the diff's drying, and the cover's drying. So while they dry, I'm gonna go ahead and put my bushings back in the subframe because it's going back in the car today. Pretty simple. Let's see if I can do it with one hand real quick. I can't. You gotta break these apart, put one piece in, then the other piece, then bang the metal piece in the middle. All right, so I got all the bushings back in. Now I'm just waiting for the diff to dry, and then I'm gonna put the RTV on it, put the cover back on, and then let the RTV dry for like 2 hours, torque it down to spec, and then put it back in the subframe, and then put it back in the car. All right, so I'm just kind of waiting for the gear RTV to dry on there, and I'm just gonna put it together. Well, obviously put the cover on. Let me show you the fire ass cover real quick. That matte black just turned out so good. There's a little wrinkles in there, but once again, just old parts, it's gonna happen. And then I painted the bolts, the killer. But yeah, it's turning out great, guys. I can't wait to get this back in the car. So as I'm making this video, I've been kind of Snapchatting like all day, and I was kind of laughing at myself. I was like, is Snapchat like the YouTube live 24/7 thing? Because like every day when I work on my car, I'll be posting pictures and what's going on and, you know, early updates. So if you guys like that, like to all my Snapchat bros or to all my YouTube bros, if you guys want to see like the, you know, the earliest updates possible, like as today, like you guys, this is 2 days ago as some of the YouTube bros are watching this. So, you know, if you want to see the early updates of working on this car, I literally put everything on Snapchat. So don't forget to add me or on Instagram, both in the description. Go do that because you might really like it and you might not. It's not for everyone. So it's up to you guys. Seriously though, best idea for the garage ever. Thank you, Melina. She's been wanting this forever, and me, her, and Zach were at Walmart the other day and we picked it up. Honestly, seriously, like you can just be working on the garage, you know, turn the radio on, take a seat, put your feet up on the V8. So I'm sure there's some people on the channel that came for the Honda video that I just posted. I didn't just get the car as a daily. Well, it is a daily now, but I like really love fast Hondas, and that's the point of that car. It's gonna be my daily till the 240's done, and like the way I'm building the 240, like when it's done, like it's done. Like there's really not gonna be anything else to do to it. So I'm gonna want to build a fast Honda. That engine's already built, so I'm gonna want to boost it, run probably. It's built for like 20. I think it can handle like 25 pounds, and with some slicks, I think it'll run like high 10s, maybe low 10s. That's gonna be a future build. So for all the Honda fans out there, definitely stay tuned to that. Yeah, just wanted to let you guys know. Damn, I didn't expect the bolts to match the RTV. Fucking fire. Like, take a look at that diff right now. That is attention to detail right there. That's where this comes into play. This is gonna be so worth it in the long run. You know, when you do this to one thing, it looks great, but when you do it to multiple things in your car, you know your car is gonna turn out so good. All right, so I got the subframe in front of the car. I'm about to lay under here by myself and pick this up. See how bright it is back here? Back here, check out these new light bulbs Zach got. Like, damn, the video quality's so much better. So yeah, I'm about to just lift it up myself without the diff in it, bolt it up, and then I'll pick up the diff by myself also, and then just throw it in there. Shouldn't be too hard to do, but I guess we'll find out. So I know it's tough for you guys to see because the light out there is so good, and then here it's poor. Subframe is in. I wish you guys could see like with my eyes right now. Yeah, the subframe's in, looks great, super shiny. I think I'm gonna hook up the spotlight for you guys so you can see. But now I'm just gonna pick up the diff the same way, put it on my chest, roll under there, put it up in there and bolt it up, and then you guys can see how this thing looks. All right guys, so sadly, I gotta end the video here today. I cannot get the diff in the car because RTV's gotta dry, and I don't really wanna push it till tomorrow and then have to do it tomorrow. I'd rather just do another video tomorrow. So I'm sorry guys, you're not seeing the diff in the car this video, but I promise next video you'll see it in the car. And I just wanted to let you guys know real quick, I see a lot of people comment, you know, why don't you do time lapses or with tripods and stuff? Guys, I still do everything on my iPhone 6s Plus that I'm looking into right now like I'm taking a selfie. So I don't have editing software, I do everything on my phone. So it's really hard for me to have good editing software. Well, it's impossible for me to edit videos the way I'd like to. And you know, I'd think, you know, we're almost at 70,000 subs and I'd have a Mac by now and a camera. But when you kind of have a 240 with no bolts in it and you want to fully build it and go to drift events everywhere and drift every day and slay tires, you can't really afford nice things besides nice car parts, because we all know we make that happen. But yeah, I promise, you know, hopefully by 100K we'll have a Mac and a camera, because I really do love editing videos a lot. I used to ride BMX and I used to do a lot of it, and it's really fun. Like, I love sitting down for hours and editing videos. And honestly, if we get a Mac, you know, at least once a week I'd like to do a really detailed, nice film edit, time lapse. You know what, you guys know what I'm talking about. So anyways, I just wanted to make that clear, that that's why I don't do things like that. I just can't. But yeah, subframe's in the car. Diff is going to be in tomorrow. I'm going to let it dry, and then I'm going to torque it to spec tomorrow, which is, I think it's 40 foot-pounds. Also, real quick, like I reminded you guys earlier, in the description below, you got my Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, all that. We also have a group on Facebook, Garage Sideways. That's how we're going to host our meet and greets and our meets and all that, you know. That's how we basically talk to you guys the best. The way I can really interact with you guys is Snapchat. I respond to every single Snapchat. Probably talk to 100 people a day. Honestly, I love it. So feel free to Snapchat me, message me on Instagram, whatever you got. Show me your builds. And yeah, we'll catch you next time, guys.